All right, hey there, viewers. So, what are we doing today? Well, let's see what we got on the odometer first. 121,100. Let me just reset the oil life first. I'll do that later. But anyways, so what are we doing today on this TLX? Well, this car's been bought like almost a year ago, so I've been doing little maintenance here and there, regular oil changes. Change the front brakes, rear brakes, sway bar links, stuff that the other dealership didn't want to do when they bought the car. Oh, you can also see kind of a bit of rodents, paw prints on the rodents. But anyways, I also mentioned like, hey, if no service records, and you just bought this from this dealership, just because when you take off the brake master cylinder reservoir, you see how black the brake fluid. So I suggested, hey, why don't we just get new fluids in this thing and see where they at? Because if they didn't do brake fluid, I doubt they do anything else, because this transmission fluid, I never knew how much the transmission fluid for the 9-speed cost, especially the drain plug. The drain plug, that thing's $40 for that little drain plug board, and there's 3 of them. So yeah, well, people ask me how much does it cost for things, and like I literally don't know. Everything's all set price by the advisors, and I just do the work. We don't get pricings on our computers when we get the job, when we locate a job. So yeah, and you need 4, because this thing takes 3.75 liters. So anyways, just warming up the garage. Got the diesel heater running. It's 5 degrees Celsius, 12 in the garage, so it's starting to warm up. But it is getting cold. It's supposed to snow next week. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna start by draining the rear differential, because I'm gonna start myself from the back to the front. Maybe not as sanitary. Hey, a rubber band. Picked up a rubber band. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna get underneath there and then start draining the rear diff. All right, so get myself my drain pan. If you don't know what fluid it takes, it's basically it just stamps right there, dual pump. So your fill plug is just right there, right, and then the drain plug is just over there. So that thing's just a 3/8 drive, so I'm just gonna crack that loose. Always crack the fill plug loose, so you make sure you can fill it before you drain it. So I'm gonna grab myself my ratchet and then crack both of these plugs loose. I just want to see what's on that magnet and see if it's full of stuff, then probably it's hasn't been done in a very long time. But yeah, it's good to just get things nice and fresh, especially when you buy a car with no service history, or you don't know what's ever been done. So I got the long ratchet. These can be pretty hard to break loose, especially when you're on the ground. So let's see if I can use my leg, push against the wheel. There we go. Yeah, I just put my foot here, and then use my foot to break it loose. Alright, I'm gonna pull that out. Okay, now I get the drain plug. Alright, so let's see what this thing looks like. So if you're wondering how much this all costs, well, I was gonna do this for them for Christmas, but everybody's busy during the holidays, so oh yeah, there's quite a bunch of stuff on there. So that's what that looks like. But yeah, anyways, I suggested that I'll do it all for them. Just pay for parts. I just that way I can just do it all for them. That way they have their peace of mind on their used car. But yeah, there's some stuff on it. I'll go give that thing a wipe. Didn't look like doesn't look too bad, but yeah. So in case if you're wondering, if you're a tech and if you're wondering what to do for people, or what to get people for Christmas, you can just service their car for them, I guess. Because it's tough figuring out what kind of presents to get people, Well, cleaned it off. Right, new washer, New fuel plug washer. Just waiting for the last few trickles out of the diff, and then yeah, I'll plug it back up, and then we'll start filling it. So if you're you know, trying to fill it, you know, you don't have anything 90 degrees to fill it in there, rubber hose. Just go. There's a hole right through the subframe on the back here. You can just run your hose right through it and then into the fill plug. Yeah, and so once you you know, start seeing it dribbling out of the fill plug, and that's it. You can you know, put the fill plug back in, and then you're pretty much done back here. Yeah, give it a, you know, clean off the rest of the residual spillage, some brake clean, you know, and yeah. Okay, so I popped off all the wheels. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna replace the brake fluid. Starting to get warm, especially you know, you're wearing a sweater, a hooded sweater, and you know, the sunshine is nice and bright through the window there. It's 4 degrees outside, but in here it's starting to become, it's around 13, so it's getting a little warm. But I might just switch into a t-shirt and or shut off the diesel heater. I don't know which one I'm gonna do, but yeah, I'm actually kind of sweating right now. But I'm gonna start by sucking out all the old stuff in the brake fluid reservoir before we you know, start bleeding it out of the brakes and fill it with fresh stuff. That's pretty black. Maybe a before and after shot. That's what it looks like now. Yeah, also make sure you don't get brake fluid on your paint, because it'll eat that stuff right up. Paint's gonna start peeling. Oh, before I do anything, I want to make sure I can crack all these bleeders loose first. That's number 1. Oh, that one came off loose. Good. Okay. Now the back one. Oh, she took off all the caps. Took off that cap. Oh, dropped my cap. Oh, it's gone. Disappeared. I'll look for it later. Is that not a 10? It's not a 10. My God. Okay, it's probably an 11. So this one has a 10 and an 8. And then this one has a 10 and 11. That's the one I need. Alright, let's see if we can crack this one loose. That's loose. That's a pebble. It's picking up my caps, but I picked up a pebble instead. Okay, got it off. That's loose. And last but not least, this one in the front. And still plenty of brakes, because I changed their brakes last time. Even though the dealership that they bought it from didn't want to do it. That's loose. Okay. Let's start sucking the brake fluid out. So I brought my bleeder home just so I can do this. Sucking up all the stuff in there. Pretty black. That's about as much as I can get out. Look at that, it's already looking good already. Yeah, when you have a small compressor, it's always constantly going to come on, so that's what the background noises is. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, a buddy just came by. He dropped off his keys for his car, so I'm gonna quickly do his car first, and then I'll come back to the TLX, which you know, I'm just in the middle of brake fluid right now. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna bring his car and swing the car back around here. He just wanted his brake lights to change because they burnt out on him, so I'll just do that. So yeah, I changed his bulbs. They're actually both burnt out. They're both black, so that's going in the garbage. I just did them outside in the front of the garage door out there. I didn't want to open the garage door because I didn't want to let all the heat out, and it's super cold. So yeah, I'm in a t-shirt. But yeah, it's 3 degrees Celsius outside. It's nice and warm, even though it's only 14 in here. It's warmer than outside. So yeah. Anyways, back to what I was doing. Starting to sound kind of funny because the pump's running kind of pumpy, but the low is getting kind of low, so I gotta top it back up. I'm gonna grab some more waste oil out of my jerry can here. Let's just keep it over here now. So now that we're all topped up here, right? It's all full. It's been running for about 4 hours in the garage right now on, you know, basically waste oil. I am gonna get back to this, finishing up to flushing the brakes, and then I still gotta change the oil, change the transmission fluid, change the transfer case oil, and then finish the rest of this. What I gotta do? Yeah, check the cabin filter, check the engine air filter because I haven't checked that yet. Coolant is low on the reservoir, so I'm probably gonna change that because I got 2 jugs of coolant for this too. And yeah, so let's get back to it. All right, so brake fluid is all done. I am gonna spray the outside of that, but there's also one complaint that he had is that he smells something burning. He thinks there might be an oil leak somewhere or something's getting on the exhaust. So I'm just gonna take a good look around and see what we can see if there's anything leaking. He said that he saw something dripping underneath. So yeah, we'll just have a quick peek underneath, and then yeah, I'll just record it, and then I'll show him what's underneath and see what's leaking. So I'm just having a quick look around, like the valve cover gaskets, because your exhaust is just right here. Usually they leak on the exhaust, and they, you know, you can still get that burning smell, but it's clean. There's nothing leaking, right, on the front valve cover. Same with the back. I also had a quick look back there, and it looks pretty dry here. Let me see if I can stick the camera down there because it's pretty hard to see in this direction. Let's see. How's that? Can you guys see? Oh yeah, I can see it. So yep, valve cover here is all dry too. Nothing's leaking. Okay, now let's go underneath and have a look. Okay, so I'm just underneath here, but I don't see anything leaking because everything's all pretty much dry. You don't see anything dripping around. Nothing underneath the tranny. It's all dry. Over here, right? Maybe over here. I see a little bit of something, but it's not dripping. It is wet, but I gotta get a better I'm laying on my back here, so let's see if I angle this better here. I'm not Oop. So here, a little bit of something, right? I wonder if it's that axle seal, because if I can find a way to be able to see higher up, man, I wish I had a hoist. But you know, I'm gonna do with what I got here. So let me swing you around. So it looks like it might be coming out of that axle seal. That's what I look like, because if you look just above it, it is dry. So other than that, that's the only thing I see. Oil pan looks pretty dry. Nothing dripping on the oil pan. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I can see. Anything stuck on the exhaust that might be burning? No. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and change this. Where is it? And on the camera. Oh, here it is. Transfer case oil, drain plug, fill plug, and then I gotta remove this shield because the drain plug for the transmission is underneath this guy. Okay, so I can't for the life of me break loose the fill plug on that transfer case. So tired. So I'm just gonna leave it for a later time. Probably because I'm just doing it on my back. I can't get enough leverage to break that fill plug, because that is why you should always break the fill plug off first before you drain it. So I didn't drain it. I just can't break the fill plug loose. But what I can do is grab yourself an 8mm Allen and then get access to the fill plug right above here, so you can fill this tranny. Oh shoot, am I allowed to say tranny on YouTube? Gender neutral shift box. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna crack that loose, make sure I can fill it later, and then yeah. Okay. Well, drain plug was super tight, so I doubt this thing's ever being changed. 120,000. I think the intervals here is about 80,000 to 90,000 kilometers. It's gonna be pretty black, probably. I can already see it on the threads. Oh yeah, look at that. It is like black. It is like... By the way, the color is supposed to be a light green color. I'll let that drain. So this is what the fluid looks like new. It's like a light green color. A very light green color. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. It's a very light green color. Okay, gotta get an oil filter, and yeah, I just get a whole case of Honda filters, right? They come in a box of 10. That's just a box of oil filters for my 4Runner. So I just buy them all in a case. But yeah, anyway, so just gonna change the oil, and then I think it's change the coolant, and then yeah, wrap this thing up. Filters on. Gonna allow the rest of the oil to finish draining into the pan, and then we're gonna fill it up. And oil's in. And then last but not least is just I'm gonna change the coolant. I'm gonna pop the cap off of this so it can drain. Everything's nice and cool because it's the last thing I'm doing. Engine's nice and cold already. So yeah, other than that, I'm gonna pour out the old stuff out of that reservoir. I'm gonna drain the radiator, and then okay, everything is back together. Torque the wheels down. I'm just currently filling up the tires to I think they're all at 26 psi, so you know, nobody really actually checks their tire pressures unless you know you bring it in for service, and you know, we always check your tire pressures and fill them up. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm filling up the tires. Also gonna need to bleed the cooling system. All right, so I couldn't record very much. I don't know, I did the best I can. It's already dark outside. You can see it's dark. I started sometime around 12 So yeah, anyways, yeah, they were happy about getting all that stuff done, because you know, it's kind of like a peace of mind, you know, everything's all nice and fresh, fresh fluids in there, and yeah, it didn't cost them that much. I guess just cost of the fluids, and I just did it for them. Yeah, less than all doing the rear differential fluid, doing the brake fluid, transmission fluid, oil, coolant, all that stuff cost less than if you were to take it to the dealership and do it for $500, or $500 for just the transmission fluid. So yeah, anyways, tomorrow I gotta also help another friend's mom's car, and something about a light on the dash. It might be a check engine light, oil change, needs to do brakes. Yeah, so I also have to come back here tomorrow and do that, and then help her or help his mom, and yeah. So I feel like I'm pretty tired. I need that one day off, I guess. I might ask my manager to maybe work 4 days a week and see if he'll let me. I don't know. See what happens. Well, anyways, I hope you liked the video. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay, so this is the next day. This is the car I was talking about. It's a Toyota Corolla. They wanted to do, you know, an oil change, front brakes, and a check engine light. So I'm gonna do the oil change, but you know, nobody wants to see another oil change video, I guess. And then the check engine light was a small evap leak. I'll look into that later. But the front brakes, I just want to show you something, because they did buy brand new tires from the tire shop, right? Brand new Pirellis, and said they needed front brakes. So I took the wheels off just to take a look at it. Right, they're pretty much about 5 millimeters, maybe more, 6. So yeah, lots of brakes left. But I know they don't need rear brakes, because I did a video on doing the rear drum brakes on this car, because you know, it needed rear drum brakes. So I know those brakes are good. So next time, you know, if they tell you it needs brakes, you know, it doesn't hurt to ask, you know, can we take a look at the brakes and see what they're at? You know, just, you know, it doesn't hurt to ask. Anyways, so these guys don't need front brakes. I'm just gonna put the wheels back on just to do the oil change, and then yeah, you know, fill up the tire pressures, the typical stuff, check the lights, stuff like that. But anyways, I just wanted to show you that. Yeah, anyways, see you guys next time.